Hello and welcome to Art Class with Mr. Rogers. Today we're going to be drawing the water spider from the Cherokee Legend of the First Fire. And this is a simplified version. Why? Well, sometimes doing traditional designs can be really tough. And if you want to learn about something, sometimes you got to start with an easier version. So I'm going to recommend that you get some nice big paper for this project. A regular size sheet of paper is good, something with no lines, and make sure your hand will fit on there. I'm actually going to use some thicker paper. This is actually called chipboard, and I'm going to use paint markers in my project today. And I'm also going to use some regular markers, but you can use whatever you need to color yours. I want you to color. And of course, I'm going to start out with a couple of pencils. It's always good to start with pencils before you get too serious. That way you can erase any mistakes you make. Alright, so now I got my paper, I got my pencil, and I'm going to get started. I'm going to put my hand in the middle, and actually I'm going to flip my hand over this way, and I'm going to squeeze down my thumb. I'm going to trace my hand here onto the paper. I'm going to start right behind the knuckle of my thumb. I'm going to spread my fingers out a little bit and trace them. I'm going to take my pencil all the way to the bottom of my hand, and then I'm going to flip my hand over and do the same thing but facing the opposite direction. So I'm going to turn my paper just to show you a little bit better. I'll turn it again. There we go. Now I can comfortably trace around my fingers again. There we go. And my thumb up to the knuckle. And when I take my hand away, there we go. I have a spider shape with 8 legs. Alright. So now I want to trace around my spider with black marker. If you don't have markers, you got crayons or color pencils, that's fine. But I wanted to do something special for this one, so I decided to use paint and markers. Alright, now I'm going to add my details, and I'm trying to remember to use some elements from Cherokee art, like I've been learning about. So we've been talking about some of those symbols, and the one that you see a lot on Legends of the Water Spider is a circle on the back with some kind of a design in it. And I think that might represent the pot that was on her back when she carried the fire. So go ahead and add the designs that make sense to you and your understanding. Hopefully you paid lots of attention while we were learning the story. And when you're done, make sure to take a picture, because I would love to see your work. So that's a few versions right there. I hope you have fun. I love y'all, and bye for now. Can't wait to see what you make.